Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Good evening, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Clearly? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
All right, we just have more people in this class, so I'm going to wait for them before I start recording and I start teaching. How was the day, Mr. Elebio?
Yes.
Okay, how was the day?
Yeah, the day was okay, thank God. How was the day too?
It was fine, it was productive, super productive.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so let's wait a bit for them to show up.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
All right. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Jennifer, can you hear me well?
Yes, I can.
All right. So I have 1 more minute to wait, and then we'll proceed. But I really have more people here so I can address talk to people, questions, and all that. All right, I think I'm going to start. So whenever they join us, because I have other things to do. So I'm going to start. Mr. Lebio, Jennifer, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so I'll record this class so that.
I can hear you.
Okay, so, all right, let's start. So today's class will be on how to get that crypto job that can pay you hundreds of dollars up to thousands of dollars. Now, there's something I want to point out to us. Before I go forward, my name is Victoria Opaka. I am the founder and the CEO of ValueCorp Global, your favorite value delivery strategist. You know, I help you package what you know, help you deliver what you know, and I help you monetize what you know. So even if you don't know what you know, I'll help you discover what you know. So this is basically the summary of what we do in ValueCorp. We're a value delivery strategist. We help you deliver the value that you have and help you show you how to monetize it, which you can see in my latest book, How to Make Money with What You Know. So right now we're offering so far so good, or so far in this year we are just offering 2 courses, the ValueCorp Crypto Jobs class and then the ValueCorp Crypto Trading and Investment classes. So of which later in the year we'll be holding Secret Guide to Monetizing Writing. I held that class last year, so I've not held anyone this year. So I'm showing you how to monetize your writing skills and how to put it together and how to make money from it. So that class is coming up very soon. So today's class is going to be on the course Valuecorp Crypto Job course. So you will learn what exactly is Valuecorp Crypto Jobs, and how do you get these crypto jobs, and how do you monetize them. So, but first of all, some persons have challenge about what is crypto. Like, they have challenge about what is crypto and what they can how they can apply this. So I had experience where people feel that the crypto thing is out of their ability, it's something they cannot do. They hear crypto job like, oh no, this is something entirely that I cannot do. But I want you to also have that mindset. You know, same thing that the internet was to us decades ago, same thing that the phones that we're using now is to us and was to us back in those days. That's how crypto is to money today. You know, crypto is digital money. Crypto is money. It's the money that we have today that you cannot see, feel, or touch, but it gives you even much more value than your paper money would ever give you. You know, for the first time in the whole world, for the first time in life, everybody has a chance to be a millionaire. Everybody have a chance to, everyone now gets a chance to have as much money as you want. All you have to know is just simply learn how it works. And then, you know, it is a system whereby a novice can just unconsciously walk into millions of dollars or walk into millions of naira. And then, you know, you won't say it was illegitimately gotten. So in cryptocurrency, every day it broadens, every day it gets better, every day it gets bigger. And then where the crypto job comes in is the fact that every single day, new crypto companies come out, new crypto projects come out. And this means that these crypto projects will definitely need people that work with them. Now, every crypto project, for it to be successful, must have a core team. A team, like more like a development team, a sales team, you know, teams that will start the project and then eventually decide to launch into the market, and then people can participate in that market. People can take part in that market. But after they finish putting together their core team and their major team, the next thing is to build community, because crypto does not make sense without community. Without community, there is no crypto. Like I always tell people, if everybody decides to give up today on Bitcoin or decides to give up today on what's that, or what I call it, any cryptocurrency at all, they don't try to leave it, that cryptocurrency will lose value. I hope you are following me up to this point. Are you following me up to this point?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now, every crypto will lose their value, will simply lose their value if there is no community. So now, because this project needs to thrive, this project needs this crypto project, I need to mute, or sorry. This this crypto project needs to thrive, and they need community to do this. They need community to be able to do this. And apart from community, this is a certain kind of skills that they need in order to also thrive. And the internet has made the world one global village whereby you can build a community totally online. You don't have to know those people on a one-on-one basis, like on a physical basis, for them to be a part of your community. Now, if you're going to actually grow your online community or your online space, you need skills that would project the community in the best way online. Now, if you look at today, we'll see that content is king. Like content, social media, digital marketing is like super key. Now people be like, I don't have the skills. But I just want to remind you, there's something that I want to definitely remind you, is that most of the things that we know how to do today, they didn't give birth to us with them. Most of the things that we can easily do, comfortably do, we learn them. So when you feel you don't have a particular skill set, the first thing that should come to your mind is, how do I learn this skill set? How do I, how do I get this skill set? Because you don't say, oh, I don't know how to write. Before you can say, I don't know how to write, you must have, maybe you are saying, you should be saying it from a point of, you are choosing not to learn this. You are choosing, you're deciding not to choose this particular path. Now, when you say I can't do crypto jobs, I'll be like, it's because you don't really understand what it entails. Now, the crypto jobs are divided into two different parts. We have the tech part and the non-tech part. The tech part is the part that you can say, okay, I'm not cut out to be a programmer. I'm not cut out to be a software this. I'm not cut out to be a front end that. I'm not cut out to be so and so. But what about the non-tech part? The non-tech part is something that anyone can easily learn first, and then on the job also. Take for example now the writing part. If a community is going to grow and thrive online, it needs content, because one of the things people are going to read about that project before they can believe in it is a written content that they will read somewhere online. They will need to be able to search and Google about this project, and they find substantial information about this project. So this means that this project will need a writer. They will need a content creator. They will need a copywriter. They will need any other kind of writing skills out there in order to project every relevant information about the project onto the internet, so that anybody that wants to get acquainted or get involved with the project can easily browse about this project and then learn about the project. So when you say you don't have a skill set for a crypto job, have you thought about picking up one or two writing skills? Because every single day, even if you're going to be a social media manager, which is another skill set that you can get if you're going for a crypto job. Even if you're going to be a social media manager, you need a writing skill. Even if you're going to be a community manager, you need to be able to communicate whatever it is that you want to say to the community. Even if you're going to be whatever it is, you still need content. One of the core values in the Ashram Value Corp is content. It's content, value, purpose. And within purpose and within value, we have integrity. So content is key and content is king. So if you're going to be into crypto jobs, you should also pick one or two skills from YouTube, from internet. These days, there are resources everywhere. When people say I can't do that, I'm like, come on. We're in an age whereby all you need to learn anything is just to simply Google it. Just simply ask Google. Whatever the question is, simply ask YouTube, ask Google, and then you have your answers at your fingertips. You have your answers at your right there, just before you, for you to read it up. So these companies, they need some skill sets because they need to be seen online. Online presence is very important to these companies. So therefore, every skill that will project them out there will be very, very important to them. And that includes a content writer, a copywriter, a social media manager, a community manager. Then when it comes to tech part, talking about software engineers, the UI and UX software people. We have the web designers, even the graphic designers. There's a place for you in the crypto space. So the possibility is just simply endless. Now, one of the other reasons that you should consider listening to a crypto job is the fact that the market is not even saturated yet. Because the most interesting thing is that every single day, one crypto project is coming out. It's like they are betted in there are hundreds of thousands every day. And this means that this automatically means more job opportunities are just available for you. You know, if the what do you call it? If the most popular companies, crypto companies, have become very saturated, the new companies that they're open willing to pay you money for you to work with them. But then, what I like approaching first when I'm dealing with people, or when I'm dealing with people who are going for a particular thing, is their mindset. You should have a winning mindset. You should have, oh, I don't stop until I win kind of mindset. When I'm tired, I rest, and now I pick up when I finish resting. You don't just, because you try one or two times, when you try something one or two times and it's not working, the question you should ask yourself is, what am I not doing right? What should I correct? What should I adjust? You should not start asking people that have achieved this, who have actually done this thing. What did you do? Now, sometimes the formulas they applied, the things they put into effect might not exactly work for you the exact same way. But you can tweak it to work for you. What I'm trying to say is that you should have the mindset that this thing is doable. It's very possible. If somebody else can get it, then me, I can get it. I have tons of videos in that group. I used to say that the ways to get this jobs have not changed. If you watch all those 10 videos in the group, in the paid community for this crypto job path, you will definitely know what you should do. Now, some of us in this group have not gotten jobs yet. Why? Okay, fine. What have you been doing with your time? I remember in one of the videos I said I talked about creating content and putting them up on Medium, and you pick a particular area. Now, in this period of crypto, we're into the DeFi and the NFTs, the DAO phase. You can pick up any of those areas and you write about them and become because like now the NFTs now. Imagine if you have written up to 5-10 content on NFT, and then somebody, all of these projects, you apply for all of these projects, and then they tell you they're looking for an NFT specific content writer. Of course, now you're prepared for it. If they ask you for an experience, you can say, okay, you don't have up to 1 year experience, up to 2 years experience, but you can work on the job. Like you can, what's the word? You can learn on the job. So at the back of your mind, you should first of all know that this thing is doable, this thing is possible. I can get it. What I look for at the back of my mind every time is that for the fact that something is not working doesn't mean the fact that it cannot work. The fact that something is not working for you doesn't mean it's not working for others, or doesn't mean it cannot work. It's possible there's something you need to tweak. It's possible that your time is still coming. And then some of us have issues with networking with people. We have issues with written communication. Because these days, if it's online, it's mostly written communication, because we don't really see those people to actually have an oral communication with them. It's mostly written communication. And then I looked at some of us in the videos, I talked about your prophet introduction, your prophet summary, more like, if you go online, you'll see that there's a professional summary, or your career summary, or your career objective. Your career objective is if you're a newbie into the space, so what you intend to earn, intend to get. But if you really have experience, it's called professional summary. What a summary of what you've done so far. So these things, of course, but if you're applying for crypto jobs, it's going to be longer than what you would have on a CV. So now, there are tons of skills you can get, you can offer in the crypto space. You can pick one or two of them. You read up about them. You ask yourself, how do I get better in this? You ask yourself, how do I make myself more seen? Because nobody will show you favor until you're seen. Nobody shows a good favor. Nobody shows someone did not show favor. You have to be seen to be shown favor. I hope you guys are following me.
Yes, they are following.
All right. You have to be seen. You have to be seen to be shown favor. You have to be seen for someone to even take you. So you need to ask yourself, what can I offer? Now, definitely, I'm the last person that will tell you, teach you any get rich quick scheme, because all those things can collapse tomorrow and then you're back to ground zero. What I teach is what is sustainable over time. I always teach what is sustainable over time. Even in my crypto trading group, I don't even emphasize on you trying to make money overnight. No, I believe in growth. I believe in process. That's where the results come from, and that's where lasting you can last. Without process, all those things, you can't even retrace your success path. So, like I was saying, so you pick a skill. You find out how you're going to get better at it. If you want to be a writer, then you want to, like me, want to focus on writing. Then you need to open a Medium account. You start creating courses around NFTs, around DAO. You find out what is the latest trend in crypto. You write like 2, 3, 4, 5 articles about it. Upload it there. And then when someone comes to you and say, okay, when you apply, I find out that they need a writer in a particular area. You can confidently say, oh, you've written what the course of so. You can even provide links on them, and then as proof so that they can read what you've written. Then, if you're a graphic designer, you should look at the trends. Now, when the trends of NFTs and memes, crypto memes, you can create wonderful memes. Have like a catalog of them. If you're into, just have something that can show what you do, something that can prove that you have a history, some sort of history into what you can do. And then you read up, how do I get better at this? Don't just stay there waiting for job to, there was something that dawned on me, recently. Most people that are out there that are looking for jobs that will pay them, they don't even have the skill set to sustain it. That's the most crazy part of it. It's like, okay, so why are you pursuing? You want to get a job. Then the job comes to you, you can't even manage it. You can't even handle it because you don't even know jack about it. So while you are waiting to get these jobs, while you are waiting to do these things, like for these jobs to come to you, or for them to accept you, you start learning. You start freelancing. You start receiving outsourced jobs. You start interning. Like I have some interns that I need to put through interviews so that they can intern in Valigo. Starting from next week. So I have to go through the interviews and all that. You have to intern. If I tell you personally, like 3-4 years ago, when I officially started this whole work and all journey, I didn't start. If I tell you how much I earned, at first I wasn't earning anything. While I was serving, back then in 2017, when I was serving, I think I was in my NYSC. I wasn't even earning anything. What I had at the back of my mind is the fact that let me have my work somewhere. So I can easily tell you, if I have my work somewhere, I can tell you, okay, so if someone wants to offer me a job, like, okay, have you done something before? Like, if I've done something before for this particular brand, of course, they don't have to know that they didn't pay me. But then I have a history. I have a track history. I don't know how NYSC, people did the NYSC, but I learned a lot from all those classes during the Said program. They really taught me a lot. That was where I learned that if you're looking for, most times they ask you for 3 years experience. You don't have 3 years experience. But by the time you put together the fact that you do an internship here for 1 month and you do this, you learn that, and you put them all together, they form an experience. And then you can really say, hey, I know I can learn on the job. I don't have 3 years experience, but then see what I can bring to the table. Look at the experience I have, and I'm ready to learn on the job. Now, I don't have many people here, but in that because normally, some of the link I've sent to you, they usually put the CV and the resumes as optional, and then they ask you why you're the best fit for the job. Something like a summary. Your bio is literally like about yourself, like what you do, what you've done, what you do, your achievements and all that. So, and I like to call it your perfect summary. So you should be able to learn to sell yourself. Talk about what you've done. Check your punctuation, check your correction, make your corrections, check your grammar, and all that. Sell yourself well. Present your strength. Now people say, "Oh, I don't have a particular skill. I can't do this." But there are some soft skills that you're very strong with that you can really, 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 really do well. For example, some people are very good communicators. They know how to talk well. They know how to talk and people listen. They know how to talk and people listen. So you should be able to say, "Oh, I have excellent communication skills. I know how to make complex things sound very simple. I know how to say the most complex things in the most simplest way. I know how to pay attention to details. I know how to be, I'm a team player. I work very well with teams. I can work alone, but I also work best with teams." These are also skills. Because some of the things that some of the jobs that you might be applying for, you might need to learn them on the job. But there are core skills that will also make you look attractive to be hired. So you should also think about, what are those skills? What are my those strong skills? I know that some people in the group that sent me mails like over a month ago. That was before I got married recently. I have not attended to their mails about their summary, but I would do that because I need them to see what the errors were in their summary. Some of them did well, some of them not so much, some of them tried. So I need to know that sometimes you have only one chance, like few minutes, few seconds to make the first impression. And that impression might be in that your bio that you submit to them to make them consider you as a viable person to be employed. So make sure at every given time, you project yourself, your best self, whether written or in oral form. At every given time, you present yourself in the best form possible, like your best attributes, your best qualities, your strengths. You project it. Because these people have to believe what you're saying first. And by the time they work with you for the first 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, then you're like, okay, should I continue with this person or should I not? Now, these are things that have worked for me over the years, that have worked for people that I know over the years. So the emphasis here is, when you see those links that I will send to the group, I ask your bio, make sure you sell yourself the best way you can. And then don't talk about just those things I sent there. How is your LinkedIn doing? Is your LinkedIn updated? Don't neglect anything that you've done in the past, any achievements you've had in the past. This will be best graduate students, best singing students, best whatever students. Indicate it there. It indicates that, oh, you have a tendency of being excellent at something. So you always make sure you sell yourself. Don't leave anything out. Sell yourself very well. And also your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn is a professional profile. Don't joke with it. There are tons of, in fact, your employees, your to-be employees live on LinkedIn. And if you're not there, if you have not updated your LinkedIn so far, I don't know what you're doing. In fact, if you stay on LinkedIn and face there, you have even chances of getting employed. So I'm here, the point of this class is to encourage you that this thing is doable, this thing is possible, and every single thing I taught in those videos are still viable, are still applicable. So you pick a skill, you learn more about it, you get better at it, you get better at the perfect summary, at the way you present yourself, whether written or oral form or post of them, your social media handles, especially your LinkedIn, you present yourself very well there. Whatever work you've done, update it there. That's like your online digital CV. You put it there. And then while you're applying and waiting, there's some kind of jobs that you have, like if you're applying for a writer, Make sure that your medium is updated with at least a few or two written content that can easily present that this is your work. If you're a graphic designer, make sure that you have memes or graphics done in relevant topics, like in NFTs. Just channel that skill that you have into crypto. There's no other way to do it. There's no other way to do it. If you like to talk, do you know you can be a host on programs, like on crypto programs, like crypto podcasts all over the place. There are crypto programs all over the place. You can be a host, you can be a co-host, you can be a co-host on this program. You can be a co-host on this online crypto program. So, like, just like the assignment I gave in the last class like this I held before I got married, I need to send me a mail to valuecorpglobal@gmail.com. I need you to tell me what you can do. This time around, I'm going to reply you. Yes, I know I'm not replied other mails, but I will definitely reply all of them. So I need you to just tell me, what can you do? You've heard me talk about this now. What can you do? What can you learn? You tell me what you can do. You tell me what you can learn. You tell me what you can improve on. All right. So what next? Now, networking. I don't know how many of us actually go for online programs. Go for online programs. Go to online programs. One of my very coolest friends from the US, where did I meet her? Online program. It was an online conference, International Women's Day 2019. That was how we met. International Women's Day 2019. 2019, yes. That was how we met. And then we've been friends till date. So let's work. Because what you're looking for, what you're trying so hard to apply for, you will get by relationship. Like you will get by the network you found, like you built. Just because you are nice to someone, it's just something nice. Just upon the person, you communicated with the person, just on the person's family. You can't just on the person's life a bit. You open a door that gives you easy access. Don't try. I used to say that applying directly is the hardest way. But you see networking, you see building your online profile, you see like, okay, after you applied, checking out the company, going to the community, the online community on Telegram, send them a personal DM, talking to them about what the application that you made and all that. Those are the easy way. So I urge you now that you go back, watch those videos again. I want to get your questions from those videos. I want to get your questions. And today moving forward, I'm going to be dropping tips in the WhatsApp group and Telegram group also. I'm going to be dropping tips that will help you get better at this, whatever it is, get better at different parts of this, your bio, your professional summary, your anything, your LinkedIn. I'm going to be dropping links. Remember, this is the only work for you when you apply them. If you don't apply them, you only shoot yourself in the foot. So don't try to act like you can get all those things. Watch those videos, apply them, ask your questions, see the method. Like I said, I'll be dropping links, not links exactly, but short tips that will help you in all those parts, because I am with you on this journey. Seriously, the energy I'm giving to this, I would say that it's worth more than the fee you paid into it. But I like people to get value for what they're paying for. So right now, I want to hear your questions. I think right now I have like how many questions here. So I want to hear your questions. What have been your challenges so far in trying to get good jobs? And if you've gotten some, what was the challenge and all that? So let me hear from you. You can unmute yourself and talk. So Elebio, Jennifer, Philip, and that person, Adebolu. Adebolu, you can get the recorded video later after the class.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So I'm waiting.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, this is Philip. Um, Thank you, Vicky, and once again, congratulations, and wish you happy married life. And
Thank you.
I just want to talk a little bit. I'm emphasizing on what you've said already.
Okay.
I happen to be in the last class before this one, and so far so good. I've
Okay.
gotten my crypto job through your help, and that's really helped me. I've been
Okay.
enjoying that for about 4 months now, since December last year. So it's worth doing, guys. It's
Yeah, that
something
was the
that
first class. Yes.
it is something that we with little effort and following the strategy that we're being given here, put in place everything and work a little extra and let your phone be your friend. And you can do it. You can do it. Let's stop. I think I minimize my chatting on WhatsApp. It was not bringing anything because what I'm doing now is bringing money. But then it's just stay online and then you're burning data. There's nothing forthcoming. But for now, I can subscribe more data than I even need because there's a work at hand that I need to do. And I'm also learning a lot and doing other things. So guys, let's do this thing. Let's add value to our stuff, and the sky will just be our starting point. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Philip. Yeah, one of my most dedicated students here. You're proof that this things work really. It really work. So I just like get ourselves on board, and I also ask questions. Really, ask questions in the group, and I'll try my best. I'll try my best as much as possible. But then, like a saying would say, you can stick a horse to the water, to the stream, but you can't force the stream to drink water. So I won't really force us to watch those videos or anything. I won't really force us to do all these things. I won't force us to apply this. I won't force us to be proactive. Sometimes things in life are not really gotten in a straightforward manner. You need to apply, rework. You need to check what's not working, check what's working. You need to ask questions and all that. But in the long run, you'll be able to create your own model of success. So for those of us that were not here from the beginning, this is more like a charge up class. I was expecting more people here, but then it's fine. It's more like a charge up class for us, and I really, really hope that we can take this things very seriously. Now, even if you have a challenge fact that when you hear crypto, it sounds challenging because it sounds like a technology that you're not used to. I want to tell you that crypto is just like how do I put it now? It's a sector that's on its own. And if you need to get a basic knowledge, a basic understanding of crypto, then you need to go and get it because it's very important. If you have basic knowledge of the reason why we have crypto today, I think I have a couple of videos. I have more than a couple of videos on my YouTube channel that talks about. I have more than a couple of YouTube videos on my YouTube channel that talks about the basis of crypto. How did we get here? Why do we have crypto today? And of course, this space is really getting broader than you can think. Like it's really getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger than you can think of. So you need to learn the basics and then you can dive into it. If you don't understand what crypto is here for, then you need to visit my YouTube channel. Of course, expect more video content from me, more educational video content from me that will help you and all that. And just avail yourself to the YouTube channel and enjoy yourself, learn a lot. Crypto can change your life. I'm no kidding. I used to call it the legal blood money. Jennifer, is that you? Okay.
Question.
This is Sport Network.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Hello, can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
I'm literally, I've taken this crypto job on my head. Anywhere I see crypto job, I apply for it, especially when it has to do with my skills. Like, there's no platform I find myself like, anyone I see, like any crypto job platform, I join. So I've really been getting some response. Like, at least it's encouraging that these people are seeing me. Some of them will tell me at this point, they cannot move forward with me because maybe because of where I live. They need someone that can be coming to the office, and I don't live close to there.
Okay. All right, Jennifer, have we lost you? Okay, so I'll just say something. I don't know if like network is poor.
Vicinity. So one of my challenge now is, I think.
Jennifer, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Network is bad. Your network is poor. We can't hear you. All right, the something she said I want to address. So, I've been playing and the child has been physically work, come to work. So in that scenario, just focus on remote job. You know, at least this is one thing that the COVID-19 has really made emphatic. That remote jobs, they are possible. Remote jobs are very, very possible. So you can just look out for the remote ones, the ones that you can do from the comfort of your home. I have some of them. You know, even as I'm running my company, Value Corp and all that, I still have my own crypto jobs. I'm telling you that so that this is a proof that this thing works. I can't be teaching you what I've not applied. I can't be teaching you what I've not seen work for other people. So I've done these things. It has worked for me. You can also do them. So look out for the remote jobs. Look out for the remote jobs and apply for them. So, Jennifer, are you with us now?
Yes, sorry for the break in transmission. I got a call. So my question is, the first time I started applying for this job, I was blocked on Telegram, my number. So
Okay.
I've been trying to unblock it. It has not really been, I've not been able to do it because the spam bot and so on. So what should I do? Because at this point, I'm using another number in case if I have to like chat some of them, or because most of them after applying it, they'll ask you to like chat them up on Telegram. So what should I do? What should I do?
Okay, the current contact you have now, it's blocked. Like the Telegram blocked you, right?
Yes.
Have you tried browsing how to unblock yourself on Telegram? Did you spam the groups? Because I know usually when
yes, I didn't spam the group.
Like, do you post anything? You know, sometimes some groups have rules. Maybe they have a bot that controls the group. Are you posting something with how maybe answering the bot questions, robot questions, or you share that information in the group when you're supposed to? Usually it happens with groups.
I can't remember.
Okay, the blocking experiences I've seen is it has to do with people that posted that they started commenting in groups or posting when you're not supposed to do that, or maybe bots. You know, some of these groups have robots. They didn't know they were supposed to actually ask a particular question or solve a particular mathematics in order to give them access or something. So have you browsed on how to unblock yourself for Telegram? Have you?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah.
I think I'll
I have to
look
chat
into
up
that.
with the spam bot. or something like
Okay. I think I should there's another way to go about that. I had someone that was blocked on Telegram, and over I think after a couple of weeks or so, he was unblocked and he could send messages on Telegram, right? I think so. And then let's see. I'll get back to you on that. I'll check it out and I'll get back to you.
She just use the spam bot. Sorry for interrupting, but she can use the spam bot and then request for the unblocking. I think they will do that for her within some few hours or so. I don't know if she has used that, but she can use the spam bot, the spam boot. It can help her to resolve all that blocking issue.
Oh, Jennifer, do you hear that?
Yes, I've done that. I'm yet to get a response from them actually.
Okay. So, Philip, maybe you give us a guide on how you went about it so that to help her.
All right, Jennifer. Let's just DM me. I will then see on how we can do that.
Jennifer,
Okay.
do you hear that?
Yes, I heard that.
Okay. All right. So, any other questions?
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Lebio.
Yeah, my own is not really direct question.
Okay, let's hear it.
I know some of your video from YouTube, and they have helped me a lot. I'm new into all the crypto stuff. So when I started last month, I was having issue depositing some USDD in my account on OKX, which I DM you and you sort it out for me.
Okay.
Able to do some things with all that. But getting the crypto job, all the link and the video you sent, because my present job now take a lot of my time. And if I want to do something, I want to do it good. So I need time to pay attention to whatever I want to learn. So that's why it's taking me some time. I'm following up, but very slow.
Okay.
Not so I'm still following up gradually. So maybe as soon as I have any issue on that, I don't know if I can get back to you on WhatsApp or on your DM in any form. If I have any issue, should I wait until we have any teaching like this, or I can DM you directly?
You can send me a message. You can say text in the group. You know, people like text in the group so that people like Philip or people can answer you. And then I'm also available on my DM too. Also available on my DM. So, but also that if you don't make out time won't make out itself.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you have to still find a way. Even if you're doing 30 minutes every day, 30 minutes every day will go a long way for you to finish up the videos and then for you to know how to apply for them and all that. So
Okay.
I'll be on the lookout for more opportunities because the truth is, I want us to be able to, there's nothing as sweet as remote jobs. Remote jobs are so sweet because you're doing it from the comfort of your house. You don't need to drive out to anywhere. You don't need to join any traffic trying to get to work. You just wake up in the morning, you do your stuff, and then, life is easy peasy. So just make out time because time will make out itself. And then if you have questions, my DM, the group is available for you. That's why I left the group open.
Okay.
I made the group open. I did make it a renewable fee and all those things. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. All right then. All right then. Okay, so thank you for being on this call. We'll continue in the group chat, in our Telegram chat, and all that. And make sure you apply all this exams. You don't like say at the waste my time. Now, I'm talking about those people that watch this video afterwards. I know most of us didn't show up for this class. So for those of us that didn't show up, please do your due diligence. I beg. I think I'll beg you. All right. So, all right. I'm in my DM. You can also send your questions to the email valicopglobal@gmail.com, or send your questions in the group, or send me a DM on my WhatsApp DM, and then I'll get right back at you. Of course, I'll reply you within 72 hours. Just in case you wait for 24 hours and you don't get a reply, you get a reply at least within 72 hours. All right. Because of tons of messages I get every day. So it's not like it's not a personal slight at you. It's just me trying to cover every message I receive. So thank you very much. I'll see you some other time.